The story begins with a young boy named Gabimaru, who is just seconds away from his execution. The executioner raises his sword and strikes Gabimaru's neck again and again. But instead of cutting him, the blade suddenly breaks apart, shocking every official present. After that, Gabimaru is taken back to his prison cell, where we learn that he had been trained as a shinobi since childhood, making his body far stronger than any normal humans. A woman named Sagiri writes down everything she sees and explains that for a shinobi like Gabimaru, breaking a sword with his bare body is not considered impossible. Gabimaru himself proves the point by insulting the executioner, saying that someone with such weak technique could never possibly kill him. The next day, the Lord orders a new punishment and decides that Gabimaru should be burned alive. But even when his body is covered in flames, everyone is left speechless because he still refuses to die. The Lord becomes frustrated when Gabimaru is once again sent back to his cell completely unharmed. Gabimaru, however, says he is not fighting back at all and claims that he truly wants someone to kill him. Sagiri explains that her duty is only to watch what happens and record every detail. Gabimaru then tells her that he never knew his parents and was told they were murdered by the village chief when he was only an infant. He says he has no hopes, goals, or personal wishes, because shinobi are raised for one purpose only, to kill whenever they are ordered. We also discover that Gabimaru was captured after his own allies betrayed him when he attempted to abandon the village. He is convinced the village chief arranged everything because no shinobi is ever permitted to leave that place alive. On the following day, the Lord chooses an even more violent method and orders bulls to rip Gabimaru's body apart. But when the execution begins, Gabimaru defeats the animals effortlessly, as if they are no threat to him at all. Sagiri notices that he keeps surviving and asks him why he wanted to leave his village in the first place. Gabimaru tells her that he was the most powerful member of his clan, gained the chief's trust, and was even married to the chief's daughter. Even then, he says he became tired of his wife's pure and innocent nature, which is why he asked the chief for permission to walk away from the village. That single choice is what eventually led him to this prison. Later that night, one of the men observing the case warns Sagiri to be careful around Gabimaru, calling him a hollow man who killed 20 people before he was captured. But Sagiri begins to doubt that description, questioning why a person with no emotions would struggle so hard to survive and kill so many people. Inside his cell, it becomes obvious that Gabimaru has actually been resisting every attempt to execute him, even if he keeps denying it. Still, he makes up his mind that everything will finally end the next day. For his next execution, he is thrown into boiling oil, but once again, he somehow survives the punishment. This makes him question himself, wondering why he still cannot die if he really has nothing left to live for. By this point, the Lord is terrified and simply wants the whole situation to be finished. Sagiri then tells him that the proper preparations have already been made. Gabimaru is led through an underground passage, while the Lord laughs to himself, believing that Gabimaru's end has finally arrived. Soon, Gabimaru is taken into a room where Sagiri is already standing and waiting for him. The Lord reveals that Sagiri is from the Yamada clan, a family known for sword testing and executions, and says she has the skill to kill Gabimaru with one clean strike. Gabimaru pictures her slicing off his head and immediately understands that she is not an ordinary opponent. Suddenly, he breaks out of his restraints and Sagiri instantly moves in to cut him down. Gabimaru avoids her slash, but he is shocked when he realizes that his neck has still been wounded. Sagiri keeps attacking without giving him any room to breathe, while Gabimaru continues dodging her strikes. She tells him that she knows he was lying about not caring for his wife and that deep down he truly loves her. Sagiri says that this love is the real reason he keeps holding on to life. Gabimaru slowly begins to understand that she is right, as he thinks back to the time he spent with his wife and how she changed him into a gentler person. He picks up a sword and starts fighting back against Sagiri. She asks him why he continues to deny his real emotions and lie to himself. Gabimaru answers that she could never understand the world he came from, claiming once again him that he has nothing inside him. But in his memories, his wife tells him the exact opposite, saying that he is not empty at all. While holding him softly, she tells him that he is a kind person because he was the only one who never looked at her scarred face with disgust. We then learn that in Gabimaru's village, boys are raised to become killers, while girls are valued only for giving birth. The village chief wanted his daughter to accept that fate completely. He burned her face so she would stop hoping to live like an ordinary woman. Even after such cruelty, she tells Gabimaru that the human heart cannot be broken so easily. Gabimaru then reveals that what he truly wanted was to leave the shinobi life behind and live a quiet life with his wife. He confessed this wish to the chief, and that is the real reason his own people turned against him. Back in the present, Gabimaru keeps fighting Sagiri, and his attacks become stronger, forcing her to struggle more against him. He says that no matter what happens, someone like him can never live as a normal person. But Sagiri refuses to accept that and shows him an official pardon that could wipe away all his crimes and put him under the protection of the shogun. There is only one condition attached to it. Gabimaru must travel to the underworld. This leaves Gabimaru confused. So Sagiri begins explaining the existence of a strange and beautiful place known as Shinsenkyo. This place had only been discovered not long ago, and people believe that somewhere within it existed the Elixir of Life, a medicine capable of granting immortality. Because of that rumor, the shogun sent a group of men there to search for it. However, one day, a boat came back completely covered in flowers. When the boat was examined, they discovered a corpse inside it as well. After learning about this, the shogun came up with a new plan. He ordered dangerous criminals to be collected, treating them as disposable people, and decided to send them to the island to bring back the elixir, offering them a full pardon if they managed to succeed. Sagiri explains that her job is to choose the criminals who are fit for this mission. After seeing something valuable in Gabimaru, she tells him that his wife is still waiting for him back in the village, and if he ever wants to meet her again, his only chance is to take part in the expedition. But the Lord still refuses to let Gabimaru live and commands his guards to kill him. Gabimaru then activates his ninjutsu, sending flames bursting from his body and effortlessly taking down every guard in the room. The Lord falls to his knees, shaking in terror, while Gabimaru agrees to the mission, now fully determined to stay alive and make it back home. And with that, episode 1 comes to an end. Like and subscribe to stay tuned for the next episode.